Hi, everybody. Today is Monday, May the 9th, 2022. I hope you're off to the start of a great week. I've got a very important safety video to tell you about a factory recall that is huge, probably the biggest one I have ever seen. Please listen to this. And if you find it of value, if you find this information to be helpful, share it on social media. If you're in RVing and camping Facebook groups, share it into those groups because more than 20,000 RV owners, more than 20,000 RVs have been impacted by this factory recall. So I'm going to read this to you. This is from Ron Burge. Ron Burge he's called the RV lemon lawyer for 30 plus years. That's all he's done is RV lemon law. Ron does a Monday morning recall every week through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. He finds all the recalls throughout the entire RV industry and he posts them on his Monday morning recalls. Some of the lists are very short. Some of them are very long. All of them are very important. This morning's is not just long, but is extremely important. Ron sent this email to me this morning. He said, read the Monday morning recalls. I'm going to do it. He didn't tell me to do this. I'm just doing it because I think this needs to be told. Hopefully I'm not going to need my glasses. 8 manufacturers, 37 models, a total of 22,021 RVs for model years 2021 and 2022 have dangerous RV cracked and porous LP gas fittings that can lead to a fire. Worse yet, almost all of the factories, get this, almost all of the factories say they're not going to send notices to tell dealers or the public about it until July the 1st. The recalls were quietly announced, but virtually all factory warning letters to the RV dealers and owners of these RVs are not even going out until July 2022, according to filings with federal safety regulators. Meanwhile, they say 100% of certain models of Cruiser RV, DRV, Heartland, Highland Ridge, Jayco, KZRV, Thor, and Starcraft have cracked gas fittings on recall. I'm going to read that list again. Cruiser RV, DRV, Heartland, Highland Ridge, Jayco, KZRV, Thor, and Starcraft have cracked gas fittings on recall. Federal recall personnel at NHTSA, the federal agency in charge of vehicle safety recalls, announced the fittings were made by Texas-based Flex Tech, which has a plant in Goshen, Indiana, with contaminated brass that can result in LP gas leaks, and when that happens, it can lead to a fire. While the brass fittings may appear perfectly normal, the contamination happens. Excuse me, let me restart that. Don't get old, you'll have to get these things. Much better. While the brass fittings may appear perfectly normal, the contamination created porosity in the metal such that when you torque down the fitting, it can crack and LP gas may escape. When one company makes the same exact part for a lot of RV manufacturers and they make it wrong, that defect can affect thousands of RV owners. The higher risk here is that recall notices are not even scheduled to go out until July the 1st, months after learning, putting thousands of RVers at risk. That's pretty scary to me. 22,021 RVs for model years 21 and 22. And they can appear, those gas fittings can appear to be perfectly normal until you turn them and torque them down. Not good. And the dealers aren't even going to be notified till July. This is the kind of information that, as the RV wingman, I want you to have. Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you the truth. I post these on social media. Most people go, yeah, then the dealer will notify me. I'll find out if there's something to know. I want to find out how to cook something else or take a picture of my whatever. And all that's great. But to not pay attention to the safety information could put your life, your family's life, other lives at risk. Please go to, I'm going to put a link down below. Ron didn't ask me to do this. I just read it and I went, oh my God, I got to do that. I asked him, I sent him an email, I said, can I read this verbatim? Do you mind? Because I want to do it verbatim. He said, have at it. People need to know about safety. The truth is most people won't read this. Most people won't watch this. Most people just won't. You know why? I'll take care of that later. Unfortunately, later does happen for some people. and then it's too late. Please, if you find this helpful, share it in your Facebook groups that you're members of. Don't get in trouble by sharing it, but let others know. I'm going to read that list one more time of the affected vehicles. There's 8 manufacturers, 37 models. How many people have bought new RVs in the last couple of years? Lots. Actually, 22,021 of these have been purchased. 100% of certain models of Cruiser RV, DRV, Heartland, Highland Ridge, Jayco, KZRV, Thor, and Starcraft have cracked gas fittings on recall. I think this is important information. I hope you do too. I hope you'll share it. Thank you so much for watching. I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Again, today is Monday, May the 9th, 2022. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you again soon.